It's a bit windy, but we'll have a nice sunset. So yeah, let's go, let's do this. It's the next day now. It's getting dark fast. I am wearing the same shirt and I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about in this video specifically was this pair of muffins. So 2 lenses from Nikon for the Z system cameras. This is the 40mm f2. This is the 28 2.8. They're both fast, they're small primes, they're very light. So switching from a super zoom to only the 2 for the past 6 months, it's been a joy. I was not expecting it. It was to switch to only prime lenses, to limit myself, see how good primes can be, even if they're the muffin lenses, and see if I can become a better photographer. If I can learn to limit myself enough to frame my shots with more intent. It worked. I think it worked. So it's not just me talking here. In a moment, we'll go on inside. We'll look at some shots in Lightroom together, so you can be the judge of what I was able to produce with those lenses over the past 6 months. Just a quick word about the lenses themselves. So the 40, I don't think it will ever not be my favorite lens. So I'm happy that it's my new favorite lens, because look at that. It's so small and light. It's a fast lens. It's optically, to me, it's optically perfect. So whoever's wondering about non-S lenses, I do import them as raw in Lightroom with the embedded lens profile that does some corrections, but I've never had any issue with them. Okay, with weather sealing, neither. I shoot in -40 degrees Celsius in winter here, in the rain, in the snow, by the sea with the sand, the salt water and the wind. I did customize them a bit, right? Because when you buy those lenses, if you're familiar with them, you know, they come like this, right? So they don't have a lens hood with them. I like a lens hood. I think it looks nice on the lens because it's very small, but also it does help protect from some of the elements. And I also have Kenko filters. So this happens to be a black mist. This one is just a Real Pro protector. I'll put the links in the description of the video. Obviously, no one is sponsoring this. It's just what's been working for me. So this with the Z5 can't go wrong. Let's go inside. We'll look at some photos. Welcome to my office. So I have 5 more photos from these 2 lenses to show you. The first one, this one, is from the 40mm. We're at 1,000th of a second, just enough to freeze all of the birds passing by. This one is mostly about the whole scene and not about the details of each bird, but they're all plenty sharp and plenty in focus for me. So I think the camera and the lens did a great job on that one. We can look at the original one. The original version of this photo has a lot of midday blue, which I'm not a huge fan of, and has a lot of shadows and darker areas. So to me, my job in this one was to make it black and white, which I think works very well, and just raise some of those shadows. We can move on to the second one. So the second one is a classic landscape photo. It's again from the 40mm. We're at f8. So everything here is in focus. The challenge is mostly about the dynamic elements. So if we look at the very bright parts of the image, luckily they're dead center. So We can have a lot of sharpness and detail out of the lens, especially at f8, but we have almost blown out areas here that contrast with the shadowy area from the mountainside. But I do think that, again, I like the result and the lens did a great job here. The original version of this one is just more blue. It's still midday sun, but it was very hazy. And I do tend to modify and edit my images in a faded manner, if we can call it that. So I'm not a fan of a lot of contrast and a lot of colors. That's just my style. If we look at the third one, this is again the 40mm. We're again at f8. It's still a landscape photo. I call this one moon landing because to me, with the craters here, that's mostly what this is reminiscent of. It can get very special out here in the winter in January. So the colors and the light being reflected on the blocks of ice is what I wanted to capture here. I think it's plenty sharp. There's a lot of detail. Again, I could not ask more from a lens than just to give me this, which is what I was seeing with my eyes and what I really enjoyed. So the fourth one is from the 28mm. So this one is a bit different because this is mostly about the details, right? The texture in the cliff on the mountainside there. We do have the little optical faults of the 28mm is not as good as the 40. If we go to the corners, it can be a bit mushy. We have a little less detail and sharpness, but that doesn't matter to me, right? What matters to me is the whole scene, the large shapes, and the contrast between the mountainside here, the blue water, and the white ice and snow. If we look at the original for that one, quickly we can see that there's not much done here. It's mostly just making the colors shine a little bit, get more of that blue, get more of that red and orange from the rocks, and just make it a little bit brighter to be able to get a better sense of what it was to be there. I tend to shoot a little bit underexposed, so let's keep that in mind. And then if we move on to the last one, this one is much more technical, even though it's still a very simple image. We're wide open at f2 on the 40mm. The ISO is bumped up to 2000, which is not that bad for a midnight scene. We have a single exposure of 4 seconds, which again is not that much. If we look at the original version, we'll see that it's just darker. The colors are arguably even richer than on my edit. We do have a lot of dark areas, so I just made it much brighter. I am very careful with the noise reduction. I don't push it that much. I want to keep some of that grain and character. I like it. So we have a lot of details still from the stars here. The colors are beautiful. We have this shooting star here. We have some chromatic noise in the corner here in front of the trees, which I don't mind. I honestly like it. So again, the 40mm did a great job in the middle of the night, just as it does in the middle of the day. I like those images. I think the lenses really do what I expect of them. Paired with the Z5, I honestly can't really ask for more than that in terms of result. So I'll leave you on that. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, go take some photos.